Good morning. We have quite a day in front of us. We did leave around 7:25 this morning from Georgia. It's been a couple of hours. We're coming up on almost 10 a.m. and so far so good. We haven't had really anything to note. We have been on backcountry roads and highway pretty much the entire time. Madison's sleeping, so that's been a nice break. And other than that, we're just we're moving.
So I've done all the driving so far.
Ever with the trailer.
Ever, actually. So this is going to be Mommy's first time towing the trailer. We're on Interstate 26 heading to Spartanburg.
This is Spartanburg. Why does I have a weird accent? I think it helps that we just did some highway in and out of rest stops. That's the easiest way to start.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that smaller towns, turns, that's going to be tricky. If you're starting towing, I definitely suggest doing it this way. There's nothing major about rest stops. You know, it's just a easy in, easy out, no major turns, no major parking issues, and it's an easy way to just start, get on a highway, and go.
All right, hello, and welcome to our site at Imagination Mountain Camp Resort. Currently, you're sitting on the bed of the pickup truck, and this is our site. And I don't know if you can tell, but it is creekside. That's right, we got a nice little creek here right behind our unit. So when we're out here enjoying our coffee in the morning, we can be listening to the sound of the creek running by. I'll tell you, I'll be honest, because of the erosion, you see it slopes downward there. Because of the erosion, do you see how many blocks we have back here? To make it level, look at this, look at this, these people do as well. It's kind of a sloping site. So the girls are inside right now. I think we're about to start dinner. We got here not long ago. We did go through kind of a scenic drive, and I did a 360, so I hope that turned out pretty well. It looked beautiful. So I think we are about to bust out the chairs after we eat dinner and take a shower and stuff. And it's supposed to get mighty cold tonight. So with that rain that kind of chased us in here, should be getting down to like the 30s, 40s. And I think the high tomorrow is like 52. So I brought 2 jackets, and I'm probably going to be wearing both of them. Wow, Madison, you want to go on the pirate ship?
Isn't that neat? You do? Alright, Mommy will help you with you.
No!
Wow!
Wow!
Captain Maddie!
Look at this.
Captain Maddie!
So it looks like we got some cabins and possibly some yurts over here. Madison's leading us to check it out.
All right, hello, good morning, and welcome to Imagination Mountain Camp Resort. We all slept like babies because it was super cold. So we just finished a banana, and Mommy's getting set up for work, and Daddy's gonna be the first one to brave the outside. So let's see how cold it is. They say it's 48. Okay, well, it's definitely cold. and everything is very wet. It doesn't feel too terribly cold. It actually feels kind of nice. Madison might be cold though, but this is soaking wet, and I don't want. She's gonna sit down on this soaking wet immediately, so we might be staying inside for a little bit. But this is a working vacation for us to really see if hotspots, camp Wi-Fi's, etc. can handle Katie's workload, and then if Madison and I are okay with being stuck in the trailer for a while, etc. So this would be a great test, because now we're going to be stuck inside for a little bit of the day till it kind of, I say warms up, doesn't warm up, but maybe dry some stuff out. But yeah, so join us on this working vacation test day. We are outside. Mommy is inside. And as you can see, we put the canopy out to kind of protect from the drizzle or rain that was happening. So as you can hear, it's really nice just sitting out here and listening to this. I'm gonna definitely go down to the creek later and do some B-roll footage for y'all. I just don't want to go down there with Madison because it's going to be too slippery for her. Katie's already been through a couple of calls today, so she's working hard. I'm just watching the baby as normal. So this isn't really a vacation. This is more of like living life as usual in a trailer in a different city. And it just happens to be on a creek. Madison has started collecting rocks already. So she's having the time of her life. And it's cold out here, and I'm wearing a sweater, so I'm having the time of my life. So, great success.
Hey guys, I know you guys were hanging out earlier with the family while I was working, so just an update. We are now heading out, so I'm off work. It's after 5 p.m. and I'll say this was our first day of me working while camping, and I would say overall it was really successful. There were a couple of bumps in the road, some connectivity issues, and you know, we take everything in stride and know that we're still learning and trying to figure out what works. But I would say today overall was a very successful day, and now we're excited because we are heading out toward Gatlinburg. We're trying to find an area to do a little bit of a photo shoot, so we're going to stop at a couple of parks and see what we get into for dinner. So let's see. Let's ask Daddy how he felt about our first working day on the road.
So I think it was pretty easy. It was very similar to living at home, minus the fact that Madison and I were in and out and around the trailer. But what we did today as far as activities was very similar to being at home. This trip is really kind of the really can we do this? So today being a litmus test, I think was great. And now we get to go out and about, and we do this at home. Sometimes we decide to go to a place to take some pictures of Mommy and Maddie. We, go have dinner, go get groceries. We're thinking about grocery shopping at a local Walmart or equivalent. So they have Piggly Wigglies out here? I don't know. Kroger's? Is that a thing out here?
No, they have Food Lion, so.
Food Lion! Well, we might be in the jungle.
Yep. So another challenge that we're facing is we have had some less than desirable weather. So it was actually raining most of last night and this morning, and everything was absolutely soaking wet this afternoon. So as we're trying to figure out if we can make this work, we have a very real test of can we make it work with me working, and if the family all has to be inside the trailer, and how does that look? And though I think it went well, I'm a little bummed because the weather does not look like it's going to get much better throughout the week, but that's okay. We're rolling with it.
And it plays more into the fact that this could be daily life. Not every day is a blessing from the gods. So it's better for us to treat this as a day in the life than a vacation where she just happens to also be working. Because if it was all sunshine and rainbows, then we would have this false sense of greatness and jump into it. And then we've sold our house, jumped into full-time RVing, and we have one rainy day and go, we weren't expecting this. And so it's nice to have the unexpected happen to then put us in the real expectation or the reality versus the expectation, to have the real version where we're stuck in the trailer all day because it's raining. You know, that's a true test. And we have passed that test today.
Yeah, and it's gonna happen. This won't be the last time. Additionally, another thing that I don't know that we talked about was how challenging it was to get set up. And that's another area.
That's a whole nother story. We're going to talk about this campground.
Yeah, we'll talk about the campground in another...
And its pros and cons.
Yeah, in another video we'll talk about that. But just to get a realistic expectation, we have had some big challenges this trip so far, but overall I think that we're still feeling positive. We're still enjoying the experience, but there's definitely pros and cons, and we're happy to be experiencing that, just to have a really realistic taste of what this lifestyle is like.
Yep. Okay, so we decided to take a little off the beaten path look. Guess this was once a park. It is right across the way from a hotel, so this might have been at some point a reprieve from the hotel. It's nice. Pretty neat little area. There's the water right there. I don't know if I can get down to it. I think that might just be part of the fence. Yeah, that's just part of the fence. Got like a radio and everything down here. Boy, could you imagine living right next to this? It's pretty good setup, you know? This looks like it was the tennis court over here. Looks like it was part of the park. Again, I think this was all for hotel guests across the way there. I wonder who owns this piece of land and why they haven't taken it back over for... It's like all the way around, so basically you just have this in the circle, and then you have a couple of these brick walls lining the outside. Pretty neato, if I don't say so myself. Homestead guests only. Tennis court rules. No street shoes. Keep shoes free from mud and dirt. Do not strike net or court with racket. Keep off net. Keys available in the office. 1 hour when others are waiting. Alright guys. Keep the mud and dirt off of the court, please. If you would, I'd really appreciate that. Okay, here we are at the Sugarlands Valley Trail. We want to check out if there's any good photo locations kind of right around here. So Katie made her and Madison matching denim jackets. On the back of hers it says Mama, and then on the back of Madison's it says Minnie. It's cute. So we want to find a place with some colored leaves and just a good place to take some photos and stuff. So we're kind of doing some exploring. So I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I'm colorblind. So when people talk about going and seeing colored leaves, okay, they're a slightly different color, I guess. They're a slightly different shade of brown, you know, but like there's nothing here that like, oh my God. People go off the rails about how beautiful it is, but not gonna lie, this is pretty right here. What y'all think? I think there's definitely some opportunity for some photos here. So I'm gonna head back. We're trying to get Madison like independent, walking on her own, but like she can't walk very far because she's so little. So it's kind of like this paved path, but it's in the woods, explore a little bit, you know, stuff like that. I see like a brick structure over here. Let's go check it out. So I took the fork to the right. That's back to the front. I'm gonna walk down the fork to the left here and see. I see a little brick structure here, like a chimney or something. I wonder if this used to be like a homestead right here. I hear water. Like there's another. Huh. There's a little stream down there. This is interesting. I couldn't imagine these were like homesteads because there's no other structure or anything else that resembles there being a structure here at all. But clearly looks like a chimney. Okay. Anyways, we'll come back with Madison and Mommy tomorrow and get some photos. I can definitely hear the water up over the ridge there, which is pretty neat. Back to the car. I think it's time for dinner because I'm hungry, Mommy's hungry, and of course, Madison starved, never eaten a day in her life. So we got to get some food in her, and we'll see what else we can get into. All right.
From